Hello, I'm Carolyn Black-Sotier, and welcome to Kaleidoscope, your guide to the arts in Harford County. The arts unify communities, and here on Kaleidoscope, we keep you up to date on the county art scene, highlighting local artists and organizers who are working to bring all of us together, making Harford County a better place to live and thrive. So, let's get started. It started in October 2023 with the opening of Graw Alley, an interactive art park that takes visitors on a tour through Haverty Grace history. Now we anxiously await the debut of Harmerstown Art Center, which will bring together the arts, history, and community of Haverty Grace. Joining me on the program with an update on this first of its kind regional art facility is Rebecca Jessop, operations consultant. Good to see you, old friend, dear friend.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I can think of no one who's better to talk about this than you. I think you are Miss Arts of Harford County and beyond.
I try my best
Okay,
to keep the arts moving in the area.
Well, you're doing a great job, as is evidence about what we're going to talk about. First of all, let's talk about Graw Alley Art Park, which I saw for the first time this summer. I hadn't seen it before, and it is awesome.
So Graw Alley is part of the whole complex. So we have the building, which will be the Art Center, which is over 39,000 square feet. And then there was a dilapidated alley next to it. So of course, this is the vision of Alan Fair, a developer in Haverty Grace, and he has donated this land. So the vision was to make this into a beautiful art park, and I'm just so proud that the effort started in 2021.
Yeah.
Graw Alley opened in 23.
That's pretty amazing. That's quick.
It's a beautiful park with pathways and almost 40 murals. There are sculptures of some of the famous horses that ran at the Graw racetrack, which, by the way, it's named after the Graw racetrack in Haverty Grace.
Yes. Wow.
So you'll see the major Seabiscuit is there, so you have to come over. And of course, our namesake, the horse, Haverty Grace, is there.
Yes.
In the winner's circle.
Yeah, and I've seen it, and it's amazing. I recommend it highly to everybody. It was really, my husband and I enjoyed it so much. Now, not to rest on your laurels, okay, so now you're in this initial phase of the development of the Harmerstown Arts Center. So tell me about that.
So it was, we always joke, a lot of art centers are named after what their original purpose was. And the original purpose of this building is it made brass beds. Just didn't ring well. So it is named Harmerstown Art Center, and people ask why. So our center is a mixture of history and art. And Harmerstown was the name of Haverty Grace before Haverty Grace.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The King of England deeded the land over to a Godfrey Harmer, who took care of it and ruled it until Lafayette came through, and then they changed it to Haverty Grace. Yeah, it was in honor of Lafayette.
Oh, right. So
of course, there is a mural of Lafayette in the park.
Yes, I know that.
But the center is going to be, it's a huge space. It's going to have artist galleries, all different sizes. People can come, we're going to make them affordable, so that, because we know artists, what they're trying to do is get their business going and get their work known.
Right.
We're going to have galleries and gift shops, and there's going to be classrooms. People can come in and teach from the community, or we can have artists come in and teach the community themselves.
Awesome. So you can have like a wood shop.
We'll have a maker space with metals and wood, and a big one is always pottery and ceramics.
Yeah.
And also, too, we're going to have a history museum of Haverty Grace, because Alan Fair, his legacy, has 1 million artifacts of the city he loves. So we're going to make a museum.
And Rebecca, I know, because you and I have been in the arts for a while, I know what makerspace means, but for viewers who don't, just because that is becoming a buzzword a lot in the arts, but I think
that's a great point, because actually I didn't understand it myself. So it is a space where you can come in, and for instance, there'll be lathes and all kinds of machines to work with wood, and you can come in and learn, or if you happen to be a person who's very good, you can come in and teach. Working with wood, you can come in, we'll have equipment to work with metal. So it's really a space where you can come in, create, and make something.
Right, and for a lot of people, but they might be interested in it, but they don't have the equipment to do it.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
And so we'll be able to offer that, so they can just come in when they want.
Okay, now you've been, it's been a busy place, the whole Graw Alley Art Park and that whole area. I know you do a lot of things all year round. You had your first fundraiser, which was very successful.
First fundraiser, Cabaret de Graw. We want to do a nod to the Graw also, and also Cabaret, because one of the murals is Cab Calloway. And of course, he lived in Havre de Grace for a while, and his
Wow.
daughter just passed away, and she lived in Havre de Grace.
Oh, my
She passed
goodness.
away about a year ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to have fire dancers and a bubble musician and DJ, and it was a
Excuse me,
great.
you said you had a bubble musician?
I had
what is that?
Excuse me, a bubble magician.
Oh, magician. I was going to say bubble musician. That's a new art form. Okay.
So it was just, everybody had a great time and music, and it was lovely.
That's great. And then you have events, though, all year around, right?
We have all year round, especially when the weather starts to be warm, and we try to make them all free as much as possible. We have films in the park. We have 3D for kids, because
wow.
one of our board members is a preeminent 3D maker.
Oh, wow.
Who just happens to live here. We have gardening. We work with master gardeners on, people can come in and learn all about different things about gardening. We have yoga in the park.
Oh, my
We're
heavens.
basically trying to make it a place where anyone can come and enjoy, or you can just come and sit.
Yeah.
It's a very quiet place. It has a very wonderful.
It does. I agree
Yes.
with that.
Yeah.
All right. So people want to get involved. Maybe not, either by participating in different things that it's offering, or maybe getting involved and helping make this happen. I'm sure you don't turn away.
Oh no. If anybody's interested at all, and also down the road when we open, if you want to be a person who teaches or you want to take a class, let us know, and you can just go to harmerstown.org, and there's a way to contact us there, and the email is info@harmerstown.org.
Now, you had a quick turnaround with this mural park, so I've got to ask you, what's the tentative or the projected schedule for this new?
Things got a little bit delayed due to some granting, so we were hoping to actually start this month of construction, but it's a little delayed. So stay tuned. Maybe 2 years, 3 years. It's really hard right now, but it's moving along. Oh, I did forget to mention, we just started the mural audio tours. People can come to Graw Alley, and on their phones they can listen or read about each of the murals and the history behind them.
Great.
It's a brand new feature.
Terrific. Well, you do a wonderful job. Great wishes to you and to your whole crew who's making this happen.
It's a
Thanks
big
so much,
crew.
Rebecca.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Pamela Wilde is an accomplished visual artist, perhaps best known for her one-year project titled Portraits from Havre de Grace, during which she held live alla prima portrait sessions with more than, get this, 100 community members in the style of such well-known artists as John Singer Sargent and Edouard Manet. Pamela recently invited us into her studio to experience a self-portrait painting session. So join us as we shine a light on artist Pamela Wilde.
Do I really have a story to tell? Like, I don't really think of myself as all that interesting. The story goes, my fundamentals teachers was very, very strict, low engagement teacher that literally tried to crush me as a young artist when I was first starting out. I had brought my work in and placed all my projects on the desk, and he turned to me and looked me in the eye and said, "You're wasting your time, go home and marry the boy next door." It's good to break things down into smaller bits, otherwise it can get too overwhelming. And in that moment I was absolutely crushed, defeated, left in tears. I was ready to quit school. And fortunately though for me, that boy next door I was dating, who is now my husband, and he said, "Do not quit, do not quit." And we've been happily married for over 40 years now. When I'm painting a portrait, I'm learning equally about the sitter and about myself at the same time. There's a cliche that goes around is every painting is a self-portrait, whether it's a landscape or an actual painting of a person. I began painting when I was about 12 years old, and over the years I've probably completed nearly 1,000 paintings. I've painted at least 500 plein air paintings. I've had at least 150 people sit for live sessions for me to paint their portraits. I've done numerous studio works, still lives. When you're painting, you can't think about the past and you can't worry about the future. It's the only time that I'm truly in the moment. So I learned a lot about people, and it helped me to figure things out for myself too. I have done a self-portrait about every decade of my life. It's good practice, but it also gives you time to reflect on your own journey. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I did my first one at 14. And I sat with the mirror in front of me, and I remember exactly how I was feeling that day when I painted it. I was still mourning the loss of my mother, feeling rather abandoned by my family. My father was off, my siblings were gone, and I was on my own. My mother had been an artist, and she'd given me some of my first art lessons shortly before she passed, and she bought me the tools, and we came home, and I started drawing out onto the canvas. And at some point, she must have sensed my frustration, because I knew how to draw what I saw, but I didn't know how to paint. And I was getting ready to pitch all the paints and the supplies into the forest. And she came outside and she sat down next to me, and she took the palette knife, put paint onto the canvas to make it look like ivy that was growing on our house. And I was like, oh my God, it came to life in front of me. And then she said, carry on, keep doing it. And so I sat out there, she went back in the house, and I sat out there and practiced what she taught me. And together we made this painting. And I still have that painting with me today. It's probably my most cherished possession. And in that moment, she taught me so much. And I still go back to that painting when I'm lost. Whether it's personal or whether I'm struggling with my own painting, even to this day, I can go back to that painting and get advice from it. And the person that I painted recently is at a place in her life that she has the time and the energy still to make things happen. You know, previous self-portraits were painted under previous circumstances. Having to say goodbye to my husband when he had to go away on deployment was probably one of the hardest things to do. It was hard on our children, so it's hard on the whole family. And then my job was to keep it all together here. But, you know, still some of those insecurities are there. You can still see them. I don't think she'll ever feel like she's good enough as far as being an artist, being a friend, being a mother or a wife. You know, this process is forcing me to peel back layers of the onion. I've come to a point, though, and finally, that I don't fear judgment anymore. I see a more confident woman staring back at me, and I love her.
Look for a special Shine a Light feature during every Kaleidoscope program. When we return, local musician Jamie Bishop will be here. Stay tuned. If you've been out and about in Harford County lately, chances are you've heard our next guest and his music. Jamie Bishop is an experienced solo artist, captivating audiences for more than 20 years with his rhythmic guitar and warm vocals. In our studio today to talk about his passion for performing is musician Jamie Bishop. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, well, let's turn back the clock. When did it all start for you? When did you think, oh, I really like music?
So when I was a child, both sides of my family is full of musicians. So I started playing piano when I was maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Really? Wow.
And then just kind of transitioned into alto saxophone. Got my first saxophone from Music Land and Joe Noto and Larry and that group over there.
That's awesome.
And then when I was probably 11 years old, my father, who's a drummer, gave me an old drum kit of his, and I fell in love with playing the drums, and that opened a whole nother, world of music.
Yeah.
And then maybe around 20, 21, somewhere in there, I bought my first acoustic guitar, and that's what I've been playing since.
Okay.
And just love it.
All right. You loved it even more than the drums.
I do and I don't. The drums comes a lot more natural to me. I don't have to think quite as much. But singing and playing guitar is, it's a lot more fun, entertaining people, and gives you a lot more opportunities.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the type of music that you do perform.
Sure. Most of the places that I play, I'm doing solo acoustic. It might be a wedding or a corporate event, bars, community festivals, things like that. And then I also have a duo and trio that I play together. I'm very fortunate to
How fun. And they're friends of yours, right? Longtime friends.
They are, yeah. And my trio is two of my very good friends since we were maybe 11 or 12 years old.
That's so neat.
And my friend Paul Schneitzinger plays bass with me, and Gabe Fetty plays drums with me, and it's just all the fun that you can have, and then you amplify it when you put a couple of your buddies with you.
And the audience feels that, I think, too.
They
right?
definitely do.
They definitely do. So, okay, so if I were to describe your music, do you do original music? Do you do covers? Tell us a little bit about that.
We do pretty much all covers. I have written some original music. I've not really performed it out quite yet, but that's always a work in progress.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so you said so you always did music, but that in 2014, you decided to, take it to the next level. What inspired you to do that? You were playing always, for yourself, maybe in church, you told me earlier, but what made you take that next big step? Yeah,
it was something that I've always wanted to do. I actually had a manager that made us write down 50 goals, lifetime goals, and one of mine was to play one happy hour set. It's just one of those things I go out to hang out with friends, and I'd see somebody playing and think, man, I wonder if I could do that, or I wish I could get a chance to do that. And so I just kind of stumbled into a gig out on a sales call one day at Riverside Pub, and the owner was sitting across the bar listening to me talk to the bartender. I was there for lunch, and she said, oh, you should come back. We have live music on Friday and Saturday nights. And I said, oh, I'm actually working on a project. I'll have to come check it out.
Yeah, and the rest is history. You went there.
The rest is history.
Okay, so you gig, like it seems like all over the county, but you also then sometimes combine your music with an organization or a cause. Can you tell me about one that's coming up?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm very involved with the Turntable Fund, and it's a nonprofit to support musicians and the music community.
Yay. Great.
So probably one of the biggest things that we do is we give out scholarships every year to students that are coming out of high school and pursuing music or something related to that at the next level in college.
Oh, that's terrific.
So that's, and then on top of that, they also help support musicians when they lose gigs for health reasons or weather, unexpected cancellations.
Is this a Harford County or
it is.
Local organization?
It's a local organization.
That's terrific.
My friend Tracy Debris put this together back around COVID.
Yes.
And a lot of people were losing revenue and losing jobs like everything else. So she came up with this, and then it's just kind of grown, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of it.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm sure people would like to know how they can find out where you're performing in the future. Do you have a website?
I do. It's jamieonacoustic.com.
Okay.
It's JAMIE.
And and folks can contact you then about possible gigs and about
Yeah, my full schedule's on there. All my contact information is on there. I'm also on social media, on Facebook and Instagram.
Good for you.
So I post there where I'm going to be as well.
Okay, and then also, does music run in? You had told me again before we came on air that one of the reasons you were able to start performing professionally was your kids were getting older. So, but do your kids, are they musical?
They are, actually. My daughter is a very good singer. She sang with me back in December. We did the Holiday Village up in Haverty Grace.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that was a lot of fun. We got to perform together. My son is a pianist and a trumpet player, and also plays a little bit of guitar, but he's played a couple performances with me as well.
Are they just supporting musicians to Jamie Bishop, or do you have another name for that group?
No, it's not consistent enough. We don't do it often enough, but they have their own lives and they're doing their thing. So.
Right. So you've done a lot. You've gone from loving music to turning it into something professional. Do you have other? And you said you had these goals that you were saying this is my goal. What are some of your future goals now? Do you have any?
In regards to music?
Yeah.
Well, there's always new venues that I want to play, or bigger events, and the trio project is a lot of fun. I really love that. So looking for opportunities in that regard as well to just kind of expand. Next year I'll be going into Howard County and a little bit further south, just to branch out a little bit. But
come down to Baltimore County too.
I'm in Baltimore County as well.
Yeah. I know you've been at Bordy. So.
I played Bordy and McFall's Iron Horse and Comrades and Perry Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Handful of places down there, and then I'm very fortunate I get to play most of the places in Harford.
Yeah.
And we have an incredible community up here to support.
We do.
Live music. We're very, very fortunate.
You are. And Turntable sounds like a great organization as well. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
best
having me.
wishes to you for continued success in your performing career.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, there's more to come on Kaleidoscope, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Kaleidoscope. As the government-appointed local arts agency, the Harford County Cultural Arts Board is the primary local resource for arts organizations, for artists, and for you, our county residents. The board's mission is to preserve, enhance, and promote the culture of Harford County, Maryland. A reminder that the Harford County Cultural Arts Board has arts and education grants available for schools and community-based nonprofits that support arts programming for youth and other underserved audiences of any age. Grant applications are accepted on a rolling basis. Visit culturalartsboard.org for more information. Mark your calendar now for Maryland Arts Day on Thursday, February 12th. It is the largest annual gathering of arts professionals in Maryland, with more than 500 participants representing every county in the state and Baltimore City. This statewide arts advocacy event connects artists, educators, administrators, volunteers, and trustees with lawmakers from every legislative district in Maryland. Maryland Arts Day needs your participation to show strong support for the arts in Maryland and its impact on the economic and cultural vitality of the state. Stay tuned for more details. And that wraps up today's program. Thank you for watching Kaleidoscope, produced in partnership with the Cultural Arts Board of Harford County and aired exclusively on HarfordTV. We hope you'll continue to tune in to Harford County's Arts Connection. For Kaleidoscope, I'm Carolyn Black-Sotier.